All right, Blockey Sports Network, we are back, and it is game day 13. Believe it or not, we are coming from you live in New York at the Winter Classic Arena, as you can see behind us. It's a brisk 22 degrees here in New York with a wind chill of about 11 degrees Fahrenheit. For the viewers at home, it is pretty chilly out here. I am Al Fresco, your host for tonight. I am joined beside me by Ohio Otters on my right-hand side,
Hello.
and
It's
I
very cold.
and on my left-hand side I have Konechny.
Hello, it's freezing out here, bro. It's so cold.
And behind the camera tonight is our operator Luke.
Hello, hello. I am not cold because I'm not in New York.
He's managing things behind the scenes. He's a bit lucky considering how cold we are at the moment. Let's quickly get into a recap of game day 12 real quick. First game of game day 12 was the Otters versus the Pigeons. It was a 2-1 win for the Pigeons. Another 3 overtime game this regular season. The Pigeons coming out on top of another long battle. The second 3 overtime game for the Otters. The money, obviously, you being the owner of the Otters. Any thoughts on this game? I know Pluds played super well. He had like a 9.52 save percentage.
Yeah.
ohLuvv 2 goals.
This was a heartbreaker to watch. I had to cast this game too. I couldn't be in the VC with my team, so obviously not the outcome we wanted. We were missing our second option, Sammy the Whale. I really think that hurt our chances. I think we pull out that game if we have Sammy the Whale with Robe, but ultimately everything that could go wrong went wrong that game. And obviously we lost to a team that frankly we shouldn't have. So
Yep. Obviously, the Otters wanting that one back, obviously not having Sammy the Whale will affect things. They'll say that they win that game with Sammy the Whale, of course, but we will never know. As we head into the second game of the night, the Surge versus the Bagels. Surprisingly, a bit of an upset here. The Surge winning 2-1 in overtime. Gorius with that game-winning goal. Again, more of Surge hockey we've seen, Nick. Very defensive battle, and obviously the Surge just squeak one out with a overtime goal.
Yeah, no, so I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of a unfortunate game for the Bagels. I'm pretty sure they outshot them. I don't know by like a lot, but pretty sure they were outplaying them. Pretty sure the Surge just got a couple of lucky goals, definitely causing the win. There was definitely a blunder in overtime. I believe it was by Arax, maybe not a blunder, but kind of just like Gorius walk in and kind of do his thing, score a goal. But definitely a down game from the Bagels, and obviously, big upset.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people writing down the Bagels as the clear favorite for that game, and the Surge kind of upsetting things. Obviously a huge win for their playoff implications. Every win for a team at the bottom of the standings matters, and winning against a top team like the Bagels is so crucial. And the Bagels had a doubleheader, so they had to go right back into action versus the Paris Pigeons. They were able to reset their mental, though. We really haven't seen that a lot this regular season. Most teams in double headers, if they lose that first game, they seem down and out for that second game. But the Bagels, they came back out firing. They won this game 5-1. Youppi and Arax look fantastic on that first line. Arax with a hat trick. Youppi with a goal and 3 assists. Demoney, any thoughts on this game?
yeah, this was an incredible game, an incredible reset for the Bagels. We only seen that one more time this game or this season with the Surge winning their doubleheader against the Marshmallows after losing in such a poor fashion. But the Bagels, obviously, you'd be a great leader for that team. He's very, very good on the mental side of the game, and I really can't be surprised with the Bagels pulling one out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, we're running a bit short on time, and also we are really cold. So let's continue to get this show underway. Let's move into tonight's matchups. Obviously, here we are at the Winter Classic, so that's our prime matchup tonight. It is the Ohio Otters versus the New York Bagels. Your players to watch, obviously Robe for the Ohio Otters versus Youppi of the New York Bagels. Two superstars clashing head to head. We should see how this one unfolds. Robe usually plays a little worse when he's in the aura of a superstar that is better than him. So we'll see how he comes out tonight. Obviously, Ohio Otters has some strong opinions on this game.
Oh yeah. Well, we just haven't lost with our full team this season. Both of our losses have come with players out. First, it was Bagel Glazed. Second, it was Sammy the Whale. We have our full team tonight. I'm fully confident in our abilities here. And I'm confident in our first line to outperform Youppi and Arax. So
All right, Konechny for a non-biased opinion now. The money line's coming into tonight. The Otters at plus 175, the Bagels at minus 180. Nick, what are your unbiased opinions on tonight's game?
Unbiased opinions. I think the Bagels are gonna win. Youppi and Arax have been kind of on a heater on that first line. I know they've been scrimming a lot together, and I think they enjoy playing with each other a lot more now. I will say though, the Otters, definitely have I think they might have the advantage on the second line. And then the Bagels, have the advantage of goaltending. It'd be a close game, but I honestly think the Bagels are definitely going to come out to win. Robe's kind of playing under a little bit of pressure tonight. We all know when he's, under pressure, tends to fold quite easily. But we'll see. It is a regular season, and he is the greatest regular season player of all time. So maybe he'll be able to break through the pressure.
As Nick was saying, there is some narratives to break along this game, or two narratives to back up per se. Ohio Otters, you have any last words about your team?
narratives will be narratives. As they say, we'll let the puck talk.
Absolutely, and obviously you guys are playing again in the second game of the night. So a doubleheader for the Otters. They are playing the Paris Pigeons in the second game of tonight's matchup. Obviously these teams playing in the last game day. As Ohio Otters said, they do have full strength, so they will be able to tell whether or not that full strength will matter. Your players to watch: the goaltenders, Pluds, for the Paris Pigeons, and Bagel Glazed for the Ohio Otters. Both goalies played really well in the last matchup versus each other, and they are definitely your players to watch. Konechny, what are your thoughts on this game?
I definitely think the Otters will have a bounce back game against the Pigeons. They'll probably win. Actually, not even probably. They'll win. Pluds played out of his mind in the last game, keeping that game, tied all the way through to, my good pal ohLuvv got the overtime winner. I definitely think the Otters are going to be looking to, win this game too. Definitely a little, bit angry, but cheesed after going all the way to 3 overtime and then just losing off a P3 from, I think it was like right behind the red line. Something like that. But yeah, I definitely think the Otters are going to have a bounce back game against this. But I guess it does really depend on how this Winter Classic game goes. I feel like if they lose or get blown out, they might be a little demoralized. But I think besides that, I think they have a pretty good chance against the Pigeons tonight.
Yeah, good summary there, Ohio Otters. I'm sure that's music to your ears.
Ooh, well, I mean, I'd love to hear hope from my fellow deskmate, Konechny, but I might have even more hope. Words coming in that the Pigeons are missing some players, so they'll get a taste of what we had against them in our last matchup, and I think we should have this one pretty easily if everything goes right.
Yeah, we'll see if the Pigeons are able to deal with those quote unquote last minute injuries. Obviously, as we talked about, it's going to come down to Pluds whether or not he's able to stand on his head or not. Like we said, the last game day, he had a fantastic game 1, and then game 2 kind of broke down a little bit against the Bagels. But we move on to our last game of tonight's matchups. The Pigeons also have a doubleheader tonight. They will be heading home to Paris to face the Popcorn. Your players to watch: obviously Spooky Mount for the Popcorn. He's been their best player all season, and if the Popcorn are going to win, it's going to be because of him. He has to play well. He has to continue to bail this team out. And it is a pretty crucial game for the Popcorn. They only have 3 games remaining. They need to. This is probably like as close to a must-win game as possible without it being a must-win. And in terms of the Pigeon side of things, obviously Ardog, your player to watch. He's the best scoring threat on the Pigeons. And the Popcorn are going to have to look to shut him down tonight. Ohio Otters, your thoughts on this game?
Well, the Popcorn, really demoralizing loss against the Bagels. Granted, they were missing almost all of their starters. Obviously, Spooky Mount not making an appearance for that game. It shows as they let in 14 goals. But You know, I am taking a popcorn bounce back here. I'm a believer. I think the popcorn, like, despite all the rumors and narratives, I think they do have a good mental when the game is on the line and when it's close. And I think they'll be able to pull it out against the Pigeons tonight.
Wow, that is a crazy, crazy call from Ohio Otters. You know, the Popcorn
Honest.
are coming into this game at plus 415 on the odds scale. That is a heavy, heavy underdog compared to the Pigeons minus 385 favorites. Nick, any thoughts on this game? Are you a Popcorn believer?
As long as there's illusion, there is hope. And as long as I have delusion, I'm a believer in the popcorn. I am seeing a big bounce back win tonight.
Oh my
Definitely, the Pigeons
goodness.
are going to be down. The popcorn, I've heard rumors. Popcorn owner Brandon having a 4-hour discussion with upper management in the popcorn. Heard had a nice long conversation. Heard, came out pretty well. Heard he's has a lot of hope. So I'm gonna reiterate that hope, and I'm gonna have a little bit of delusion, and I think the popcorn bounce back. However, if the popcorn have some last minute injuries, then the Pigeons will blow them out. But I have hope.
Yeah, we will see. We will see if Brandon was actually talking to upper management or he was just talking to himself in a room of imaginary friends for 4 hours. But nonetheless, we will see how the Popcorn come out on the ice tonight. But that is it for tonight's matchups. Any last words from the desk?
I just hope it's
Not
nice
for
and
me.
fun. Hope all the players stay warm out there. It's very, very cold. I want to go back inside to my warm room.
Yeah, I hope they have like a heater near the commentary booth for myself.
Well, we will see.
Nah, you're freezing.
Yeah, but we got like 3 minutes till game time in the Winter Classic. We'll send you on a very, very quick break. So hold on to your seats. You know, go to the bathroom real quick if you can, because it's going to be a quick break. We will see you back for the Winter Classic in about 2 minutes. And we're back here at the Winter Classic. The Ohio Otters versus the New York Bagels here. Outdoors, some outdoors hockey. We'll see if the playing surface is a little bit different. We'll see if any teams are affected by the new environment, but it is very, very cold, as mentioned in the pregame show. 11 degrees wind chill here in New York. Both teams having their Winter Classic jerseys on at the moment, as you can see on the ice. Very, very interesting designs. The Bagels going with a little bit of a purple look, and the Ohio Otters with a little bit of cream. Very interesting jerseys. They were made by Konechny. He was on the desk. We will see how this matchup unfolds. Two of the best teams in the BHL outdoors for tonight, which is super, super cool. Super, super exciting matchup. It's kind of like an prestige and an honor to play hockey outdoors, kind of like pond hockey back in the day. We have a little bit of a pregame show per se, as an airplane heads over at head, signifying the start of the game. A little bit of a pregame teaser as the anthem is played. You know, the jets come over as the anthem ends, as you see in sports games around the world. But we are 1 minute past game time here. We will be getting underway soon. Your players to watch, Youppi and ohLuvv both here. Sammy the Whale here. The full team of Ohio Otters is here, as well as the full team of the Bagels. Arax here, Top Rages, Tango. Appears like Emberville is missing tonight for the New York Bagels. Your starting goalies, Pandaman 1010 for the New York Bagels, and Bagel Glazed for the Ohio Otters. Bunch of star talent on the ice as the puck is dropped outdoors in New York. ohLuvv winning the faceoff, but it's hit away instantly by Arax, and it falls into the Ohio Otters zone. It ends up in neutral ice as both teams hit it back and forth, but Youppi twists and turns past ohLuvv. He's got a step, tries to get past Whale. He does, but it doesn't have enough juice, and it's cleared away by Bagel Glazed. Arax a nice pullback, but it's cleared by Sammy the Whale, and it ends up in the ref circle. Youppi pinged away by ohLuvv. Tries to get a quick shot from the boards, but it's pinged away by Youppi. Good defense there, as he's able to clear the zone. Whale across for ohLuvv. ohLuvv retreats, crosses it back for Whale. He does get around Youppi, but instead decides to go up the boards to the middle for ohLuvv. A shot saved by Pandaman. He plays the puck behind the net as ohLuvv pulls it back. He's got another chance, a save from Pandaman. Early start for ohLuvv and the Otters here. Something they're looking to get off to, but unable to put anything home at the moment, as Youppi, behind his own net, crosses it for Arax, but a nice ping by Sammy the Whale. A shot saved by Pandaman. Might have been offside, but they play it out anyways. Pandaman again dropping that puck, avoiding that offensive zone faceoff as Youppi is able to clear the zone. ohLuvv tracks it down though, pulls it back. Top Rages on the ice for the Bagels, as both second lines are on the ice. Packers on for the Otters. Top Rages hits it to the boards as the star players change off for their complete second line change. Tango, a nice pass across for Top Rages. Top Rages looking for a shot, but it's pinged away by Moncton. No APAT here at the moment for the Ohio Otters. They will be playing Moncton instead. We'll see how that affects things as Tango up the boards into the corner. Tango behind the net, but Packers steals it away from him. Packers across the ice for Moncton. Moncton looking to get around Top Rages, but Top Rages with good defense and plays it to the boards. Top Rages across for Tango. Shot saved by Bagel Glazed. The rebound is pulled back. A shot goes just wide. Two good opportunities for the Bagels. Their first offense of this game. As Tango dances behind the net, tries to get in front, but it's hit away by Moncton. Moncton has to retreat here, as good forecheck here by the Bagels. They're consistently keeping Moncton in his defensive zone. Tango, nice pullback. He's got space, looking to curve it out in front. Almost a Michigan opportunity there for Tango from behind the net. Tango tries it again, but it's saved by Bagel Glazed. Tango trying to pull it back from behind the net. Tries to do it again, but it's gloved by Bagel Glazed. Tango creating all types of chaos from behind the net. He gets in front finally, but it's pinged away by Packers. Another pullback from Tango. Shot saved by Bagel Glazed. What a shift from Tango. But again, no goal comes out of it. Youppi trying to work past ohLuvv, but it's cleared to the boards. Youppi, a shot from the corner. It's gloved by Bagel Glazed. Both teams putting up great offensive opportunities, but both goaltenders up to the task so far, as Sammy the Whale hits it up for ohLuvv, but Youppi's there to intercept it. heads back into the Otter zone. Feels like this second half of this first period has been all in the Ohio Otter zone as Samuel across from Robe, shot off the post. Youppi behind his own net, not able to clear as Sam of the Whale keeps it in momentarily. Robe doing his job as well to keep it in the Bagel zone. Youppi, nice curve there and giving a little bit of space now. But Robe is able to catch up and pins it to the boards, but it does end up out of the zone. Nice block from Arax on Sammy the Whale, but the puck falls right to Bagel Glazed and he'll clear. Youppi across for Arax, but it's picked off by Sammy the Whale. 2-on-1 the other way. Sammy the Whale across for Robe. Shot saved by Panda Man. Both goaltenders putting up impressive performances in the first period. Feels like there's been 10 shots each team, which is quite unusual for a 5-minute period. 34 seconds remain in the first. Sammy the Whale hitting it up the boards. Youppi crossing it, trying to get Tango up on the forward space. Youppi pulls it back, but it's hit away by Sammy the Whale. Robe has a break, but he whiffs. Robe pulling it back. Hits it across the Packers. Both teams top stacking their best 2 players on the ice now. Youppi across for Tango. Plenty of time here. Tango working around Packers. Works it around Robe. Tango is shot. Saved by Bagel Glazed. And that'll do it for your first period. What a first period, but nothing to show on the scoreboard for either team. It's 0-0 after 1.
That was an insane period back and forth. Just constant pressure from both teams. Both goalies basically standing on their heads. Although the Bagels have less shots on goal at 5 currently, you almost feel like that their opportunities were a little bit better as there were those low zone entry, high danger shots just peppering Bagel Glaze Tango for like 10 minutes straight. It felt like obviously it wasn't that long, but just great plays all around by both teams.
Pretty crazy first period there. We also have our referee Nick in the booth as well. Nick, any thoughts on that first period?
Say that the Otters first line is definitely outperforming the Bagels first line. I feel like Whale and Rob are definitely they have a lot of chemistry, and I'm seeing a lot of good P3 passes. Panda Man is just playing on his head right now. It's pretty good for him. But then the second lines, the Bagels second line, just absolutely dominating the Otters second line. Tango with all those pullback opportunities. I thought one of them was going to go in, but Bagel Glazed himself standing on top of his head. So I would say it's kind of an even game right now. Both teams have a line that's outperforming the other line, but right now it's just coming down to a goaltender duel.
Pretty crazy stuff from Tango on the second line there. Haven't really seen that form of Tango in quite a long time. It's been a while since Tango has been in his prime, but he hasn't looked any better than he did in that first period.
Yeah, I mean this has probably been peak Tango gameplay, I think, so far. I don't think I've seen Tango play this well this entire season. He was on Fraud Watch, obviously, and then put up a good game against the Popcorn, but to be fair, everyone on the Bagels did. A little bit of controversy coming in from that game, just purely because of how much of a dominance it was from the Bagels, how much of a stat pad it was for basically all of the players involved. But that right there just shows why Tango was, I believe, the first round pick for the Bagels. He has these flashes of potential.
Yeah. Luke, which goalie do you think folds first here? Do you think Panaman gives up the first goal or Bagel Glazed?
It's really hard to say. I think that Robe's bag of tricks, he's really good at the P3. He's really good at some of those close, just force throughs. I think that we might see Panda Man fall victim to that, because that's the kind of the thing that Panda Man's the weakest at, is just those shots that are like, they're coming, you just can't stop them. I think Bagel Glaze is a little bit more of a wild card, and he's going to stop the crazy shots that Tango and Youppi are throwing at him right now.
Face-off underway for the second period as Robe able to win the face-off. Tries a pullback play, but well covered. Robe is shot from deep, but it's stopped by Panda Man. Robe pulling it back again, looking for another P3. Robe spamming P3s so far this game, but it was blocked by the Bagels. Puck ends up in neutral ice yet again as Youppi trying to work past the defense of the Otters. Nice pullback, a great pass to Arax, shot off the post. It's cleared away by Bagel Glazed. Robe behind his own net. He's able to work up the boards as he pulls it back, but unable to clear. Arax keeping it in. Good forecheck there from the vet. Hit away by Sammy the Whale, though, and the Otters will clear the zone. Youppi forechecked well by Robe as it ends up in the corner. Youppi working it along the boards, crossing it for Arax. Arax got a little bit of room, but Sammy the Whale with good defense there, able to hit it away. Arax pulling it back, but it's hit away by Robe. Sammy the Whale cross, shot off the post. It's cleared away by Panaman. Both teams getting a great opportunity, but both P3s hitting the post and cleared away by the goaltender. Sammy the Whale hitting it up for Robe, but Youppi reads it well and is able to cover it. Robe takes it back into his own end at the faceoff dot now. Trying to work around Arax, but unable to. Good forecheck here from the Bagels. Arax trying to hit it in front, but it's cleared away as Apat8 now shows up for the Ohio Otters, their original fourth man starter. So Moncton will probably see himself on the bench for the rest of this game, despite, or possibly with some technical issues if affect the Otters. They'll have Moncton just in case, but Apat8 is now checked in. We'll see if the Otters get a little bit of a second line boost defensively. They've been needing it so far. Packers trying to work around the outside of Tango. Top Rages clears it, but Apat reads it well. Apat looking to pull back, but it's cleared away by Top Rages. And the puck will end up out of play. Feels like the first stoppage in the middle of a period so far.
It has been. That entire first period was no stoppages, although multiple goalies did glove the puck down. They had always played it. I know that as I was trying to fix something in the broadcast, and I could not as the entire period was played out in one go.
Shot off the faceoff from Tango. It's blocked by Bagel Glaze. A good save there. Top Rages pulling it back, and Tango taking a P3 right off the faceoff. A design faceoff play for the Bagels. Big hit there from Packers, but no pen call from the ref. He keeps his whistle silent. Top Rages forcing Apat back into the corner, trying to get a shot off from the corner, but easy clear there from Bagel Glaze. 2:24 remains in the second period, about halfway through. Tango pulls it back, cutting through, trying to get around Apat, pulls it back to the middle, another pullback. A little too excessive there as Packers able to clear it. Youppi back onto the ice as well as Robe. Both superstars head-to-head here. Not spending a second off the ice without the other on as Robe hitting it across. Does get by Youppi for the moment. Now in the corner, trying to get a sharp angle shot away, but it hits the side of the net and won't count as a shot. Sammy the Whale, nice pullback, but a good read from Arax. Puck ends up at the boards. Youppi with a little bit of space. His shot just goes wide. Robe hitting it up the boards and is able to clear. Youppi trying to cross it back for Arax, but it's pinged away by Whale. Youppi, nice ping there, but both teams back off, and the puck ends up on the Otter stick. Whale trying to get an opportunity around Youppi, but Youppi able to clear it to the corner. Youppi hits it behind his own net. Trying to clear it up the zone, up the boards of and out of the zone, but Samuel Whale doing a good job of keeping it in. Youppi eventually gets it out, gets past Robe, but Samuel Whale, a nice back check here. Ends up in the corner. Youppi trying to get it to the middle, but a nice block from Samuel Whale. Samuel Whale able to clear the zone. Puck heads down into the other end, but Youppi clears it pretty much instantly there. Robe doing a nice job of getting it right back into the Bagel zone, but both teams now changing for their second line as Youppi hits it across for Tango. Apat on the ice for the Otters. Apat hitting it up for Robe, but Youppi does a good job of stopping it. Apat looking for Robe behind the defense, but Youppi able to back check and recover. Robe still on the ice here as he tries to get around Youppi, but unable to. Robe across for Apat. Apat trying to cross it back, but they're going to go for a line change here. Tango up for Youppi, a shot saved by Bagel Glaze. Almost a misplay there as Apat hitting it across ice to nobody and trying to line change real quick. Almost ends up in a goal.
Yeah, he actually had a pretty good shot opportunity there. Instead, looking to pass it back to Robe. Robe obviously low on stamina and goes for the line change. Nobody there, giving Youppi one of his best opportunities of the game so far.
Youppi hasn't looked like his usual self. He's usually able to finish those. A shot off the face-off. It's gloved down by Bagel Glaze. It's played. The puck ends up in front of the net, but it's cleared away by Packers. 5 seconds remain. Packers able to clear the zone. That'll probably do it for the period. As the score remains 0-0, a little bit less scoring chances that period. Only about 1 or 2 shots each side, but it still remains scoreless. A couple good chances both sides, but neither team able to put the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, an insanely back and forth game this has been. Kind of surprising if you told me a year ago, or even at the beginning of the season, that a line of Robe and Sammy the Whale were going to compete against Youppi and actually be probably winning that matchup. My mind would be blown. Obviously, not necessarily Robe. He's always been a great regular season player. More so the Sammy the Whale pick. He has come out of nowhere this season, almost like Carl Jacobs needlessly and constantly hyping him up has turned him into an elite player. This is a player that has been in this league for years and years at this point. In blocky hockey years, he's probably nearing 35, and yet he has been reignited. He is great on the back check. He has provided great offense. When the Ohio Otters say that they lost their game against the Paris Pigeons because Sammy the Whale is not there, that is the first time they have ever probably genuinely said we would have won that game if Sammy the Whale was here.
Yeah, I mean, people could have saw this coming in BHL S20, the most recent season of BHL. Sammy the Whale, obviously on one of the worst teams, but he was able to carry his team to victory a couple of times, but he kind of slid under the radar as one of the better players in the league just because he was on one of the worst teams in the league. And obviously, when you're not winning games, no one really cares about what you're doing, but the couple games the Remparts were able to win, it was mainly because of Sammy the Whale.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been solid. Maybe he's just been like in the shadows, lurking, waiting for his opportunity to strike, and now he's given the chance to. Somebody I'd like to see a little bit more from is Youppi right now. I honestly thought going into this game that the first line and the second line would be basically completely opposite as to how they're playing right now. I thought that the first line for Ohio would struggle a little bit against the Bagels, and the second line might have more of a chance, as Tango has been kind of iffy. Yet, we've seen a completely different story. Tango has been all over Packers and Moncton and now APAT, while Robe and Sammy the Whale are completely tying up Arax and Youppi. I have no idea how this game is going to turn out because it's really just a goalie battle right now as both teams getting constantly great shots and great pressure. This is a great game.
Yeah, you got to think Youppi is going to be able to finish one of those opportunities. He had a couple of fantastic chances in the second period that you usually see him bury, but again, he missed the net one of the times. The other time he just hit it directly into the goalie, but we will see how this third period unfolds. It is still a tie game. We'll see if it's still a tie game after another period of play as the faceoff is underway. Robe trying to get it up the ice, but Youppi right on top of him as Robe hitting it behind the net now. Tries to go the other side, but Arax doing a good job. Nice forecheck from the Bagels so far this period. But Robe able to clear. Robe cuts back to the same boards, but unable to get anywhere with the puck as Youppi is able to clear the zone. Arax working it into the corner and down low, but Sammy the Whale steals it from him. Whale now looking to clear the zone. He does get past Arax for the moment. Youppi now has Arax alone behind the defense, but he hits it too far, and Bagel Glaze will easily clear it. Youppi works past Sammy the Whale, trying to get around, but it's too sharp of an angle, and Whale's able to recover. Whale now gets past Youppi. It's a 2-on-1 for the Otters. Whale across for Robe. A shot saved by Panaman. Huge save there as Robe had a wide open net to look at between him and Panaman. Youppi, a shot saved by Bagel Glazed. Both goaltenders tested early in the third period, and they are still both sharp and on top of their games. Sammy the Whale across for Robe. He's got a little space here. Takes his space and time. P3's it up for Whale, but the Bagels all over that. Whale with a weak shot. It's cleared away by Panaman. Bagels almost fumbling that one in their defensive zone, allowing Whale with that free shot as Youppi, again, just blasting the puck away from his defensive zone. Trying to keep it in the other end as much as possible. But Sammy the Whale with a nice clear there. It'll be across for Arax. A shot. It's pinged away by Sammy the Whale. Great ping there on the P3 attempt from Arax. Both the second lines hop on the ice now as Tango in the corner versus Packers. Tango in front. He scores! What a goal from Tango as the Bagels take the lead 1-0.
And I mean, at this point, Tango was due, right? He's just been playing out of his mind this entire game, absolutely dominating that second line. Basically, when he's out on the ice right now, the game is in his hands. Amazing goal right there. Now, for the people at home watching that haven't played blocky hockey before, that shot, to get that in, takes an immense amount of skill. There's maybe only 2 or 3 people in the league that could pull that off, and Tango's one of them. You don't see it very often, but when you do, it's stunning.
I mean, to get off that shot, it's about like 4 inputs simultaneously, perfectly timed in a like 0.5 second span for the viewers at home to put it into perspective on how hard that is to do. As the Bagels go up 1-0 in this crucial game to decide who's the better of these great teams at the top of the standings.
It's the Otters.
We'll see. We'll see how that shapes out. The Bagels might be saying they're the better team after this one. As Packers now in the corner, trying to clear it, but Topridge is taking it the other way. Apat just able to get back in time. Topridge tries the same move Tango just did, but he misses wide. Both Bagels second line players now almost with similar goals, taking it out of the corner and trying that hard pullback move. Topridge is looking for Tango, but it's hit away by Apat. Packers resets and has plenty of time now. Trying to move up the boards, but read well by Toprages. Packers able to bulldoze past, but it ends up out of play and on the Bagels bench.
You know, I'd like to see a lot more out of Packers. I feel like this has been said throughout the season, but he has just not played to how he did last season, and you would really hope to see just this. You would hope to see the team not just be completely carried by Bagel and Robe.
Topridge is winning the faceoff, and he instantly passes it across for Tango. Tango works it into the corner now. Behind the net. Tango tries to pull it back, but Apat has a nice read. It's a 2-on-1 for the Otters. Apat taking quite his time to work up into the neutral zone there, and it's hit away by Tango. Been a mistake there from the defenseman. Tango trying to get it past Apat, but he's able to recover. Toprages trying to tuck it in the near side, but unable to. Youppi pulls it back. He's got plenty of space. Both Otters bunching. Bad communication there. Shot saved by Bagel Glazed. Youppi whiffs and giving the Apat an opportunity the other way. Apat in alone. Saved by Panaman. Chances both ways as the Otters are yet to give up on this game. Arax now working it into the corner. A shot. It's gloved down by Bagel. Wasn't heading into the net anyways. Arax hit away by Sammy the Whale. 1:09 remaining in the third period. I'm sure you'll see these top lines going at it for the rest of this minute. We'll see if the Otters choose to pull their goalie at some point during this minute. Pass out for Sammy the Whale. It's hit away by Arax. Whale still able to get the shot away, but Arax's hit affecting it and sending it to the corner. Players battling in the corner. Otters yet to pull as Youppi hits it up for Tango. Tango all alone, saved by Bagel Glaze. Rebound, it ends up in front. It's cleared away by Sammy the Whale. 33 seconds remain in the third period. Tango hitting it back into his own end. The Otters still choosing not to pull the goalie yet. Robe looking to work it out in front for Whale, but it's hit away by Youppi. Youppi working it down the ice. 20 seconds remain in the third period. Robe works in front of the net. One last opportunity for the Otters. Sammy the Whale trying to cross it, but he whiffs. He does get past Tango. 9 seconds. Whale's still trying to cross the puck, but unable to. He hits it to the middle. It's cleared to the boards by Youppi. He tries to keep it behind the net. He is able to, and that'll do it. The New York Bagels come out on top in the Winter Classic, 1-0. What an exciting game here in New York, out in the cold. And the Bagels outlast the Ohio Otters. The game-winning goal, a fantastic goal from Tango. Panaman able to stand on his head and get the shutout. 12 shots faced, and none of them in the back of the net.
For a game as action-packed as that one, you would have think that the goals would be piling on. I mean, constant pressure, constant great shots, yet we only see one goal scored in this game, and it was an absolute beauty from Tango. But both goalies just playing out of their minds. All the skaters playing decently well too. I guess maybe something about the ice, the 11-degree temperature here in New York feels like 11 degrees. Hard to say, but something was in the air tonight, and it did not disappoint.
It
I
was
just want to say that was sorry for cutting you.
Go ahead.
That was one of the best games I think of the season, despite the low score. You had a bit of high offense. A lot of shots going on in the first, second period. You kind of dialed it down. Players got a little cold again. Not a lot of shots, playing a lot more conservatively, and then the third period, and you just went back up with all the shots again. Definitely a very good game.
Very, very eerie of playoff hockey in the BHL is what we just saw there. Really, players playing at the top of their game. Not a lot of mistakes on both sides of things. Players generating crazy amount of offense from crazy plays. Very, very low scoring at the end as both goaltenders standing on their head. We will definitely be seeing these teams in the playoffs, both of them. We'll see if they end up versing each other, but this could be a preview of one of your playoff series down the road. But that is it for now, I think. We have another game at 7:45. We got quite a bit of a break. Do we want to get an interview possibly from one of these Winter Classic teams?
Obviously, we might be able to get Youppi up here, but it's a little bit hard to get the players. They're all giving their speeches and stuff like that. If you guys can try to get anyone.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if our media team is able to work out any interviews whatsoever. But we do have a bit of a longer pause here. It's about like a 15-minute break until our next game, which is in 15 minutes, which is the Paris Pigeons versus the Ohio Otters. Obviously, the Otters losing this game, they're going to have to reset their mental and go out there and try to dominate a Paris Pigeons team that the money did said Ohio Otters, the team manager, that could be a bit beat up and wounded. We'll see how that matchup shapes up, but it appears like we won't have any interviews. Both the teams talking it out in their team VCs and giving their post-game analysis to their teams. So we will send you on break for now. We might bring it back a little bit early. We are going to have an interview from Youppi. Last minute, our intern did notify us. So we will get an interview on stage in a moment once Youppi is able to connect to the line. Don't go away just yet.
Hello,
I was just about to send you on break. There he is. Youppi, how does it feel to win such a prestigious game like the Winter Classic?
It feels great. We put a lot of work into getting to the point that we're at as a team. It's been a grind this season, but I'm really happy with the progress, and I think it really showed tonight.
Yeah, obviously, I think this is the best I've seen Tango play in quite the minute. What gameplay changes has he made over the last couple days, or what has he done differently to look like a completely different player? He was dominant on the ice tonight.
We kind of just told him to play like Top Rages was like Comrade Ginger in S17 and kind of just try to take over on his own and do his own thing and trust that Top Rages is going to fill in the gaps for him and, let him get creative on the ice and, go back to what he does best, which is being unpredictable.
Yeah, and your goaltender tonight, Panda Man, he's been looking for that shutout. Obviously, he's had like a couple of games where he's almost had that shutout, but there's been like a fluky goal where it ends up in an own goal or he ends up hitting it into his own net. What does that confidence boost do for a goaltender to get a huge shutout tonight? And nonetheless, they were very, very good quality shots. It wasn't like he was facing very low quality shots.
Yeah, he played awesome tonight. We've been working really hard to try to improve his mental because he gets very hard on himself when he doesn't get a shutout. I know he's not perfect and he gets mad at himself. It's crazy. But I think it's going to really help him out in the long run now that he knows he can do it. It seemed like he was kind of going through a struggle of, not sure if he can get over that wall of, not being able to get a shutout. But I think tonight will be a big boost to his confidence.
Yeah, I got a question coming in from the Twitter. Remember, use hashtag BHCL. The Bagels finally caught up to the Otters tonight in the standings and are only one win away from tying the Blizzard for first place. So, what are your future thoughts going into the next couple games?
I mean, we played all the good teams, right? We just talked about this after the game ended. We played them all twice. All the teams that we're contending with for that spot. We just need to win out. We need to play our game for the remainder of the season. Not drop any more games, especially in regulation, because as of right now, we're the only team with one regulation loss. And that's gonna, help us out a big time coming down the stretch for the standings. We just really want to get that bye. So any of the top 2 seeds we're happy with, but obviously we're shooting for number 1.
Yeah, and finally, my last question for you, Youppi. Obviously, this Ohio Otters team appears to be headed towards the playoffs. It's not confirmed yet, but it's pretty much guaranteed. It's going to be pretty hard for them
Oh
to
yeah.
completely choke it. But what are your thoughts heading into the playoffs? If you see this team again, do you feel confident in your team to take this team down in a series of a best of 3 or best of 5?
Every time we played this team, and it happened this time, and it happened the last time we played them, we just need to kind of get comfortable into the game. I think that we were really confident coming into this because every game we've played, every time we played a team the second time, we've come out way better. I think the long gap between these 2 games kind of got rid of that effect for us. But I have more of a read on how they like to play and their play styles. And you could really tell. I think you could tell by the end of that game that we had a pretty comfortable hold on the game. Following the first period where they kind of dominated us with shots. So I think over the course of a whole playoff series, I'm super confident, and I think we can beat anybody.
All right, you heard it from Youppi himself. Any other questions from the media team for the Bagels superstar Youppi?
I've got one real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey.
All right, Youppi. So this is a question kind of for the Bagels as a whole. So obviously, Carl Jacobs, owner of the New York Bagels, last time you suffered a pretty bad defeat, and he was watching, was against the Paris Pigeons. Goes on record afterwards to say that he hopes the Paris Pigeons get into a plane crash. Their plane is named Positivity, and it gets spread across a cliff that they did not see while flying. He gets fined 2,000 Blockey bucks for that. Do you think that has changed the mental of the Bagels at all? Do you think you're trying to bail him out by continuing to win games at this point so he does not get into that same trouble?
I mean, at this point, yeah, he straight up told us that he talked a lot of smack to everybody, and he needs us to keep winning games to for his own rep. And I believe that's what you're trying to ask. The plane crash thing. I mean, I obviously don't agree with the statement, but I can't really argue with the man. We just do our best to make sure that nobody can kind of talk smack on him, since he is our team owner and he supports us whenever we need it.
Well, I think that's all I had.
I have a question.
Hello.
I'm Demoni of the Ohio Otters.
Wow.
How could you do this to me?
Still personal, bro. Just I gotta get those. I gotta get that first seed, man. Unlucky.
First time the money.
Man.
Anyways, I think that'll be it for our interview tonight. Youppi, good luck with the rest of the regular season. Good luck with the postseason and any future endeavors. We will let you go back to your team or wherever you insist.
Yeah. Thank you, Alfresco. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Bye-bye.
All right, that'll wrap up the interview segment for tonight's Winter Classic game. We will be back outdoors again on Friday for the Stadium Series game. Another exciting outdoor matchup. It is going to be the LA Earthquakes versus the Paris Pigeons. So if you want to see these two teams play outdoors yet again, that's your time to tune in. Another 7 p.m. EST matchup on Friday night if you are looking forward to another outdoors game. But as I said before, we have a couple of minutes until 7:45 when the Paris Pigeons are going to take on the Ohio Otters. So for now, we will send you on a break. Go get yourself a snack, go take a bit of a rest, let your eyes rest from staring at your PC screen or phone or tablet or whatever you are watching BHL on. But for now, we will see you in a couple of minutes.
That's one. Number two, and to put this in the most respectful way, I hope that on their flight home, the Paris Pigeons get in an absolute plane crash and all of them die. You said you want to spread positivity. I'm only down for that if the plane that the Paris fly home tonight on is named Positivity, and by spread you mean spread it across some field somewhere on the way back to Paris.
All right, hello, Blockey Hockey Sports Network. I am Damoni, filling in for Alafresco as your host and play-by-play announcer. I'm joined by Luke, my color commentator for tonight. How you doing, Luke?
Hello, hello. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Very exciting game coming up as the Ohio Otters hitting the second leg of their back-to-back tonight. A tough loss against the New York Bagels, losing 1-0 in our first BHCL Winter Classic. Second one will be on Friday, March 8th, if you guys are interested. Make sure to tune into that. The game should be getting underway here. The Otters wearing their alternates for the only game this season. We got the Foolish Shark logo on here. I'm a big fan of the swag. Konechny, credit to Konechny for the jerseys.
He does such a good job with them. They're so good.
You know, before this game starts, I do want to mention the Paris Pigeons are currently without their team owner, and he's not their captain. Currently without their team owner, ohLuvv. He got caught. There was some sort of incident on the team train today, so he will not be in attendance tonight. We are wishing him the best of getting well.
Yeah, freak train accident. Not something you see often, but just a horrific incident. As Ardoggy advances the puck through center ice, gets a shot on. That's gloved down by Bagel Glazed. What a save from the star goaltender. It's dropped out for Sammy the Whale. He loses it to Ardoggy. Sammy the Whale. Tiger Lover filling in for ohLuvv on that first line with Ardoggy tonight. Sammy the Whale brings away with it. Out to Robe. Robe's in. Dangerous chance swatted away by Tiger Lover. Robe driving the paint. Floods. Aware of that one. Gloves it down. Ardoggy steals. Ardoggy past Sammy the Whale. Ardoggy's shot narrowly swatted away by Bagel Glazed. What a save there. Sammy the Whale behind the net. Ardoggy's soft pressure doesn't work. It's out to Robe. He's one-on-one with Tiger Lover. Ardoggy catches up to him on the back check. Won't matter. Robe still has possession. Rob turning around, shooting. Saved by Ploods. It's out to Sammy the Whale. Back for Robe. His shot gloved down by Ploods. An excellent save to keep the possession alive. Out to Tiger Lover. Tiger Lover advancing it deep into the Otters zone. He goes around the net. Out for Ardoggy. That shot's whiffed on. Robe the other way. Ardoggy able to steal. Excellent back check by Ardoggy. Looking to get something going out of the corner here. Pulling it back on Sammy the Whale. Trying the short side. He'll miss. Sammy the Whale. His pass up to Robe. Caspit on for the Pigeons now. Robe defending against Transports. Transports gets away with him. He has Caspit on the point. That's swatted away by Packers right off the bench. Excellent change there from the young gun. 3 minutes left. Apat out to Packers. Packers along the boards looking for the shot. That's right into the pads of Transports. Packers pass Transports again. Gets around Caspit. Packers unable to get the shot off. Great defense by Caspit. He springs Transports, but Packers is there to intercept that pass. He gets around Transports. Out to Apat in the middle. Apat whiffs on the shot. Transports unable to get anything going offensively, though. Caspit's pass unsuccessful as Apat swats that one into the corner. Apat now. Second line defenseman for the Otters, advancing it up the ice. And that puck is out of play. Any analysis here, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, kind of exactly what you expect to see in the game. You expect to see the first line playing extremely well, especially the fact that ohLuvv is missing for the Paris Pigeons. Honestly, I kind of am surprised they haven't taken more advantage of that. So far, it hasn't looked like Tiger Lover is playing the way he should.
Yeah, good shot by Caspit off the draw. It's shouldered away by Bagel Glazed. He'll have another opportunity, but Packers is there to make the play. Packers 2-on-1 developing. Packers over for Apat. His shot. Not enough juice. Packers steals in the slot. Packers pulling it back. Looking for the shot. It misses wide. Transports with it now. Behind his own net. Good pressure from Packers. Gets it out to Robe. Robe, dangerous chance here. He gets around Ardoggy. Has one man to beat, but Tiger Lover swooping in to prevent the shot. And R-Doggy goes the other way. Both Otters defending against him. Big hit by R-Doggy on Robe. No call there. Robe dancing through center ice unsuccessfully. Back into the Otters zone. R-Doggy, hard pressure here. R-Doggy in the corner. Sammy the Whale gets it out of the Otters zone. TigerLuvv quickly sends that one back in. Sammy the Whale, a pass to Robe. Unable to get anything off it, though. R-Doggy gets past Sammy the Whale. His shot gloved down by Bagel. Bagel will play it. R-Doggy turning around, getting to the slot. Sammy the Whale swatting that chance away from him. Robe up the other way. Has to beat TigerLuvv. R-Doggy is able to catch up. 47 seconds to go. Sammy the Whale gets past R-Doggy. Sammy the Whale takes it himself. His shot denied by Ploods. Behind the net. Sammy the Whale still with it. R-Doggy finally getting away. Almost has a breakaway. Sammy the Whale is there for it, though. Otters doing a good job of not letting R-Doggy get any grade A chances here. Robe out to Sammy the Whale. He misses the one-timer. Puck is all the way back into the Otters zone. 15 seconds here. Robe with possession. Robe getting past R-Doggy. Down the Paris Pigeons boards. It's out to Sammy the Whale. He has an opportunity. Unable to get the shot away. Transports, pinging it into the corner. And he will kill this one behind his net to ice the period. And it's 0-0 after one. Shots are even at 4-4. Luke, what did you see from both teams this period?
Yeah, so honestly, I saw both teams playing how they usually play. You have a lot of R-Doggy pressure, a lot of R-Doggy offense. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that they're playing the way that they are because ohLuvv, obviously such a good defensive threat. He's so good at stopping pucks from getting to the net. Not dissing TigerLuvv, but TigerLuvv is not quite ohLuvv in that regard. Yet R-Doggy's playing exactly like he has that amazing defense behind him. I'm expecting to see later on in this game them slip up because of that. If they keep playing how they currently go, R-Doggy obviously great with the puck, great at keeping possession, but he's gonna slip up, and TigerLuvv's not gonna be back there to stop him, Robe from cutting in.
Yeah, I'm curious to see as we go between the benches. Chokington, what are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, yeah, it's been a very close game, but like Luke said, I think R-Doggy is playing like there's like Tucker behind him, and obviously he's not. That's a really tough player to replace on the back end. And you gotta... Ploods is being tested early, and he's got to face some tough shots, but he's gonna need to step up to another level if Paris wants to stay in this game, because Ohio is so much more firepower. R-Doggy is only one guy. The second line for the Paris Pigeons has been very mediocre recently. But recently, the entire season, they've been very mediocre. They just gotta elevate their game. If Paris wants a chance to win, they have to elevate their game.
I think if the Otters want to get the advantage here, their second line needs to elevate their game. Connecty, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this second line matchup.
I mean, honestly, from what I saw, when I saw a little bit of Paris' second line didn't seem to be playing that bad. I did blank out for a little bit, to be honest. But from the one shift I did see, they didn't seem to be playing that bad. But I'm going to assume that it did not end very well the next shift. But they definitely have been underperforming all season. I feel like Caspit needs to start, putting some rocks in the net, doing some goal scoring on the second line, help elevate this team. I will say, though, from what I saw, R-Doggy seems to be playing very well. I could see him getting a goal. I can just tell. I'm like a mind reader. I see it ahead. He's scoring tonight, absolutely.
R-Doggy, an incredible player.
Absolutely, he's been playing I don't know. The pullbacks are on point. He just looks fast out there. I don't know how to describe it, but he looks like he is zooming around, ready to put a puck in the net.
He's been the best player on the ice tonight, in my opinion. Even as a biased Otters fan.
Not even a fan. You're the owner of the team, dude.
Well, yeah. I like to call that the biggest fan there is. Face-off underway. Here's Robe, getting away from R-Doggy. Robe into the corner with it. Dangerous chance there as he almost passed it to Sammy the Whale, who was open at the point. Unable to get it off, though. TigerLuvv forces that one out of the zone. He'll chase, gets it past Sammy the Whale. Tiger Lover's in, tries the near post. Bagel glazed, sharp with the glove, makes the save. Sammy the Whale in the corner with it. Sammy coming away from Tiger Lover. Getting it into the Pigeons zone. ohLuvv pressuring him. Sammy the Whale. Turn it around on the boards. Getting it right back in the zone. Good entry there, but ohLuvv just pinning him to the boards really well. Sammy the Whale in the corner, coming away with it. Nothing there on the short side as Pludz turns that one away. Robe now. He'll take a try. That's pinged by ohLuvv before Robe can get to it. Relatively stagnant play so far. Here's ohLuvv trying to change that. He gets past Sammy the Whale into the corner. At the point, Sammy the Whale denies him. Sammy the Whale pressuring Tiger Lover. Getting it away from the corner. Sammy the Whale trying to pass over to Robe. ohLuvv's there to block the pass. Or I believe he may have been trying to shoot that. The broadcaster's angle, it was tough to see there. ohLuvv defending against Robe, or forechecking, I should say. ohLuvv, great A chance for transports. Back for ohLuvv. It's not there. He hits the post. Robe, I thought, was going to have the block on that one, but ohLuvv, great aim to send that one close to the net. Caspit's shot off the post now. The Pigeons are just hemming the Otters in their own zone. Apat has to get it out. Apat easily defended by transports. Caspit, another shot. That's saved by Bagel. Otters really not playing with the fire that they were in the first. Packers over for Apat. His shot blocked by transports. The rebound pinged away by Pludz. Apat in the corner with it. He's killing time. Getting around. Trying the Michigan, but he hasn't practiced it as much as Tango or Top Rages have, so definitely harder than it looks. Here's transports up the ice now. Has a chance, taken away by Apat. Halfway through this period, Luke, what have you seen so far?
This period's been basically completely one-sided for the most part for Paris. It looks like maybe the Otters do not realize that they are the blue team this time around and are just not able to get the jump on things.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's looking tough for the Otters after a solid performance against the Bagels. Even though it resulted in a loss, they really didn't do too much wrong. They're not looking as hot coming into this game. Here's Packers for Apat. His shot dies in traffic. Packers trying to force it back in. Caspit able to turn that one out. Apat's pass over for Packers. He has room. Back for Apat. His shot. He scores. Apat puts the Otters up 1-0.
And honestly, if you were giving me the opportunity to speak again, I was going to say that I wish that Packers were stop passing to Apat, as it seems like it's getting a little bit too predictable at this point. Apat isn't finishing. But finally, a great pass from Packers, an even better shot from Apat, getting past Pludz. Only 6 shots on goal. That's relatively low for your first goal against Pludz. Pludz has been playing out of his mind this entire season, so this is great if you're the Otters. If the Otters want to win this game, the second line needs to come alive. They need to figure out what's going on. They need to get their issues situated, and that looks like what they're doing right now.
Yeah, Pludz has had the Otters number all season, obviously with that 3-OT thriller stopping 20 out of 21 shots. Unreal numbers from a goalie in this age. Here's ohLuvv getting a quick shot off on Bagel Glazed. That's turned aside. Sammy the Whale up with it now. Robe takes the handoff. Tiger Lover denying him. Robe, dangerous chance of the slot there. Not someone you want to see getting a shot off if you're the Pigeons. Robe, a very dangerous player, drafted 4th overall by the Otters. 1 pick after ohLuvv. Robe was originally ranked 1, but fell to 4 off some concerns with his playoff performing ability.
That will be remain to be seen in the future, but right now all that matters is what's currently happening on the ice.
All right, well, here's ohLuvv in the Otters corner. Robe coming away with it. ohLuvv quickly getting back on the back check, but Robe still coming away with it. Willing his way down the ice. still having possession in the Paris zone. Robe to the slot. Sammy the Whale unable to get the shot off. He was tied up by Tiger Lover. ohLuvv to the boards. Trying to get this one out. He'll dump it down the near boards. Bad decision there as Robe easily gets to it. Has all the time in the world. Robe for Sammy the Whale. Not quite there for the pass. They'll cautiously approach it on the boards. 3 seconds to go. And they won't get it. That'll be the end of the period. Shots still even, but the Otters have tallied one on the scoreboard. Luke, what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think this has been a pretty solid game for both teams, both ends. You would hope that the Ohio Otters would take advantage of the fact that the Pigeons are missing one of their star players right now, ohLuvv. Robe looking insanely good against Youppi, one of the best, if not the best player of all time. So to go into this game a little bit flat-footed, a little bit surprising. I'm glad that Packers and APAT are waking up on the second line, though, because that should hopefully take the Ohio Otters into a victory over the Paris Pigeons this time around. Like I said, I'm an Otters fan through and through, so I'm going to be biased. I'm going to support them no matter what, but I'm happy to see that they are currently in the lead. Chokington, what do you think of things so far?
Yeah, I mean, good goal. Great pass by Packers, and I was actually agreeing with you. I can't lie. I thought they were passing a little too much, but it's good to see that it worked out for, the Ohio Otters, and it's good to get that goal in your second line because later down the stretch, you're going to need those goals, those late goals from the players you don't expect. And I think APAT putting one on the board is crucial for this team going forward. And I think it really starts to show, how capable this Ohio Otters team is. And go more on the Pigeons side. They've looked pretty good for most of this game. Or this period, I guess. Sorry. They've played a relatively good game. Obviously, ohLuvv and Tiger Lover have been dominating this first line for the first half of that second period. But I'd like to see more out of Transports and Caspit, but both got some chances. Not much going on in the keeper's net. Both sides, both have been playing very well. Konechny, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on how you think Sammy the Whale's playing with Robe tonight.
Is Konechny in the room with us?
I am in the room. I think they're playing all right. Not doing too hot. Definitely a step back after the last game. Feel like they haven't been passing as much. Haven't gotten a lot of shots on net. Feel like they honestly might be underestimating the Pigeons first line. Obviously don't no Tucker, no ohLuvv, so they're maybe like, oh, it'll be a bit easier to play against Tiger Lover. Hasn't really gotten much of a chance to play this season, but they're kind of underperforming a bit. Hope to see a bounce back.
All right, real quick, predictions for this third period. What do you think the final score is going to be, or are we going to overtime? Luke, I'll start off with you.
I'm going to say 3-1 Ohio Otters.
All right, Chokington?
I'm going to say 2-0 Ohio Otters.
All right, and finally, Konechny.
I'm going to go with 2-0 Ohio Otters.
All right, well, Robe getting a few quick shots off there, trying to make Konechny's prediction come through. Here's Robe with another one. Sends it wide. Tiger Lover can't defend against Robe. Robe pulling it back. Looking for the short side. It's loose in the crease. It's pinged out by Pluds. Someone got to it before Robe or Sammy the Whale could. And that puck is sent out of play. Dangerous play for the Pigeons there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how that did not go in the net. Obviously, the broadcast booth, a lot of bodies in front there, but you can see for just a second there, it's sitting on the goal line, and yet somebody knocks it away.
All right, face-off underway here. ohLuvv getting a quick shot off. It's in! ohLuvv from center ice ties the game.
Looks like we just changed camera angles right there, so the first half on the face-off is going to look a little bit weird. But right off the face-off, looks like ohLuvv is going to win it back to himself. Robe, hard to tell. Robe, kind of a weird play there. And that's going to let ohLuvv all the time in the world line up a P3 and just absolutely rocket it into the net past Bagel Glazed. If you want to know why I said 3-1 for the Ohio Otters, it's because with the way ohLuvv is playing, he was going to get his goal tonight. So hopefully they put an end to it right there.
Well, the Otters still anyone's game. I'm personally really hoping they pull through against a short-handed Pigeons team. Here's Robe getting around ohLuvv into the corner with it. Robe trying to push the crease, unable to do so as ohLuvv gets back on defense. ohLuvv getting past Robe. Sammy the Whale sending one deep. That's out for Tiger Lover. Robe getting it to the slot. Sammy the Whale recovering the clear from Pluds. His shot, or pass to Robe rather, is pinged away by Pluds again. Robe now getting it out to Sammy the Whale. Sammy trading positions with Robe. Looking for an opportunity. Sammy the Whale, golden chance, he whiffs on it. Sammy the Whale, good pullback on ohLuvv, but Tiger Lover there on defense. Robe getting around ohLuvv. He pings it before he can get the shot away. Robe now cutting around, tries to get the shot off, but ohLuvv once again there. It's been all Otters ever since that ohLuvv goal. But ohLuvv getting another chance against Blazed. He makes the save. Robe cutting around ohLuvv now. Getting in. Robe's shot blocked by Transports. I believe Pluds was leaving the short side pretty wide open there. Transports getting in the way of the shot, preventing that goal. Here's Apat. He can't clear as Caspit's forecheck proves to be effective. Apat getting past Caspit this time. Apat down the boards, past Transports. He's able to get the ping off into the corner. Apat unable to hold Transports. He exits the zone. Caspit almost gets to it, but Packers is back on defense. And he brings it safely into his own zone. Packers trying to force it up the boards. Able to get it past Caspit. Packers is in now. Tries the far side. Pluds able to make the save. Transports can't clear the zone. Packers on him. Transports tries to pass it out. Apat getting to it now. Trying to wrestle it free from the corners. Transports. Apat tries to come away with it, but Caspit is there to deny the pass. Packers defending against him. Well played by the Otters, preventing any chance for Caspit as we enter the final 2 minutes of the third period. Transports can't get it past Apat. He'll force it into the Pigeon zone. Caspit pings one out. It's all the way back into the Otters zone. Packers with it now. Up for Apat. Tries to get the one-timer off. He's unable to do so. Transports defending against him. The Pigeons will LC. Packers trying to get past ohLuvv. He can't. Robe on the ice now for the Otters. Robe past ohLuvv. Unable to get the shot away. Tiger Lover gets to the puck first. Robe steals. In the corner with it is Robe. Rob trying the short side. ohLuvv defending against that shot. Robe out to Sammy the Whale. His P3 is wide. Sammy the Whale out to the middle again. Robe not there. ohLuvv able to clear it past him. Sammy the Whale defending against him in the corner with it. It seems we're experiencing an earthquake.
Yeah, I don't know what's
here
going
in
on there.
Ohio. Not sure why the ref hasn't blown the whistle. Play goes on. Robe now with the puck in his own corner. Robe coming away with it. Unable to get past Tiger Lover. Tiger Lover's been playing relatively well as a replacement for ohLuvv this game as he almost gets a shot away. Sammy the Whale able to ping it out to center ice. ohLuvv for Tiger Lover. Unable to get the shot. Tiger Lover forces it back into the corner now. Sammy the Whale wrestling it away from him. Sammy the Whale back deep. Sammy into the corner. 4 seconds to go. Tiger Lover pinging it into the corner. And that'll do it for regulation. We're going to overtime again. For the second time this season, the Pigeons and Otters will be heading to overtime. What are your thoughts on how this is going to play out, Luke?
Sorry, my head's a little scattered from that random earthquake here in Ohio. Caught me a little bit off guard. I don't know. I really think that the Otters are just kind of playing down to their opponents right now. There's no reason why they shouldn't have taken this game in regulation. There's no reason why Robe and Sammy the Whale shouldn't have a goal against our doggy and Tiger Lover right now. I'm hoping that they wake up. You know, it's kind of a weird game to see. You see them play so good against the Bagels just a few moments ago. Maybe they're just tired. You know, their legs are sore. They were skating on the outdoor ice. It's probably melted a little slushy. You know, you don't get the same cut in your blades. You don't get the same power with each stride. So maybe they're just tired. That's what I'm gonna go with right now. Is the Ohio Otters are tired and they should have won. Choke, what do you think?
Oh shoot, sorry. Yeah, currently I agree to a degree. I mean, I think the Otters have had a lot of good chances. I think obviously the one on the goal line was at like halfway through the third, a little bit over. Robe had a chance to ice the game, but I believe that was Pluds that ended up clearing it out. But I think I think they're bound to score. I think the Otters are going to win this game. I think they're bound to score, but the Paris Pigeons have just been getting so many other great opportunities. They're just not finishing. I mean, you look at players like Caspit, who have been, you know, in their prime, they've been elite goal scorers, and currently he can't buy a goal. So you got to look to him to maybe break the ice a little bit going into this overtime.
Well, I mean, we finally saw the shot counter not be even at the end of this period, and it's in favor of Ohio. But the Paris Pigeons scoring on their one shot that period. Bagel not getting too much action that period, but it's a shame that the one shot for the Pigeons just went in. So how do you guys think this overtime is going to play out? Who is going to come away with it? Or are we going to triple overtime like we did last time?
Ohio in double overtime.
Okay, interesting.
I'm going to take Paris in single overtime. I think I love Caspit, but I think it's going to be our doggy to close it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw with the ISOs in the last triple overtime. It was ohLuvv beating Packers, and ohLuvv obviously not there for the Otters. Robe from center ice ends the game, and the Otters have their revenge.
That is what you want to see. Robe from Sammy the Whale to end the game here in Ohio, just a few seconds into overtime. They just wanted to give Paris their pity points, okay? Honestly, Lugwood probably paid them off to go into overtime with how this season's been going for Paris. I don't doubt it. But that is a great play from Sammy the Whale and Robe doing exactly what they should do best. Like I said earlier, our doggy's going to pinch, and Tiger Lover's not going to be able to make the defensive play. And that's how it ends here tonight. Nick, Chokington, anyone else want to have any words on this?
Wow, what a closer. I mean, I don't think any of us, nobody expected that to happen. Great play off the face-off from Robe, passing it back to Sammy the Whale, who eventually passes it right back to him and sneaks one right by Pluds. And I think if you're Pluds in that position, you want that one back. That was a bit of a P-roller, as we call it here. Good shot by Rob, well placed, but I don't think that should have gone in. I think it caught the goalie off guard, it caught everybody off guard. And obviously counts as a win for the Ohio Otters and an overtime loss for the Paris Pigeons.
Definitely do agree with that, but I'm honestly not surprised. Greatest regular season performer of all time, scoring the overtime winner. That's stuff you make bets on. It's that easy to know.
All right, we're going to head to the media room to interview some Otters players. We'll have Apad 8 and Sammy the Whale in just a second.
I see no way this could go wrong.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Or wait, no.
Just touching back on things real fast, that was a huge win for the Ohio Otters. They really needed their bounce back. They've had so many games recently that they just could have taken and did not. So really happy to see them take that one home. Do we have them in the call?
Yeah, we will. We are inviting them both to speak right now. Sammy the Whale and APAT. I guess I'll start things off. Take us away on that overtime play. What did you guys see there? I'll start with Sammy the Whale.
I mean, I wasn't getting it up to Rob enough, and he took the shot quick, and then I just hit it across, and we finally got a decent P3 off, and we scored off that. And I mean, I'll be real, we probably shouldn't have taken that game to overtime. Like, we were a bit lacking on the scoring end, but I think if we do that more often, we'll be able to score more, and hopefully not give teams like the Pigeons 3 points off that.
Yeah, I agree. APAT, I'm curious to hear your thoughts as our second line stud. How do you guys think you matched up against Caspit and Transports tonight?
Yeah, pretty good. Getting all these passes from Packers felt pretty bad. I was pretty shitty misses, and I'm not gonna lie. I just kept whiffing on everything. It was just whiff after whiff, and I finally hit one. And Pledge didn't play as good as he did the last time we faced him. He had like 21 saves. He had like 6 this game, so he was like a normal human being, which is pretty nice to face. I'm not gonna lie. We should have probably won that other one, but it was nice to finally sink another goal. Don't get many of those as a defensive defenseman.
Yeah. Any questions from our other media members?
I'll go ahead and take one. Sammy the Whale, you've had a little bit of a star season right now compared to how you've been playing in the past. What's different? What fire has awakened in you?
It's the money, baby. Nah, I mean, I've been playing the game more, so like I think I'm just playing a bit better, and also not having to line with no offense to him, AAA Bloxer, who is maybe not the greatest after his first game. Having somebody like Rob, where I can trust my line mate more, allows me to do more and contribute to the team more. And I think like I'm not like I shouldn't be like the main person because I don't think I'm that good, but like when I have decent players around me, I think I play much better. And I think that's what's happening this season.
All right, and APAT, the question for you, obviously you've been kind of the go-to guy to fill in, that defensive role on the second line for Packers. When you got selected for the draft to Ohio, what was kind of your thought process? At the time, no one knew how good Ohio had the chance of being. So did you think right off the bat you guys were going to be one of the top teams in the leagues, or how'd you feel?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought I was gonna go like late third, maybe like middle fourth. And when I kept falling, and like I was talking to the Pigeons, and they snaked me, and like I'm not. Yeah, I had a lot of talks with the Pigeons, and I thought I was going there, and then they passed me in the 4th round. I was just shocked. You know, I was up in arms, and now I get to finally get a goal against them. I mean, I knew our team instantly was gonna just click, because when you get Robe with like the 6th or whatever the pick we got him, the 5th or 6th, that's a steal in the draft. Like, I mean, they picked like 4 guys over him that no day of the week should be picked over such a star player that is Robe. So I knew our team was going to be good instantly, and it's good to get a little get back on the Pigeons today after they snaked me.
All right, any other questions from anyone else?
I believe we have a question from Brundlin, the Nebraska popcorn owner.
He's trying.
If he wants to come up to the stage.
He's trying.
I got a question. It's actually for the owner of the Ohio Otters, Damoni. Can I ask it real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so knowing your past owning experience in BHL, I want to know, is there any different tactics you took to owning, knowing that every single team you've owned in the past has been sub .250 win percentage?
Ooh, I mean, well, my teams in the past, I've obviously not had the opportunity to draft my own team. Granted, credit to Packers, he helped me out with the draft. I was unable to attend, but I mean, being able to call the shots and like build my own team from the ground up, on equal footing with every other GM has really been a blessing for me. So I'm glad it's worked out so far.
I want to jump in. I just think that's because Brandon's salty that his team stinks, even though he had an equal opportunity.
Yeah, I was actually going to jump in there and say the opposite
Yeah,
for Brandon.
just-
Brandon, usually you have winning teams, and now you have a losing record, having only one
Oh, I
win.
didn't know
I
this
don't
was
know
a
who
press
against
conference.
that one was, but
regular season winning teams. Let's get that first.
I mean, everyone's gonna be shocked in about 10 minutes from now when we beat this fraud team, whoever they are.
Ooh.
Right, before this goes on, I have a question for Benjamin Sammy the Whale here.
Mhm.
Whoa, Docs.
Yeah, yo, come on, man.
You know, you have quite the history of being a choker, a terrible player, if you will.
Oh,
You know, Luke
Yeah,
mentioned the your turnaround this season, and I just wanted to know, like, do you think maybe there's a lack of you know, you've never been on a winning team. Do you think there's like a winning culture here in Ohio? Do you think you're trying to shift to a championship kind of vibe, or what?
I mean, I think we're just playing well. Like we have all the players that we need to like play well, and I think in that Bagels game you saw like we were playing pretty well too. We can keep up with the supposed top teams. So I think on a better day, we can go out there maybe win that game, and hopefully moving forward we can actually win those games, and then when it kind of comes down to need be, we'll win it all.
Thank you,
All
Sammy
right.
the Whale.
Well, that'll do it for our press conference for now. We have a game in 10 minutes. The Paris Pigeons playing their doubleheader, and they'll be taking on the Brandon's Nebraska Popcorn. So we will stay tuned for that. Go grab yourself a snack. Do whatever you need, and make sure to tune in a short 9 minutes for our next and final game.
Brandon wins that next one. I'm gonna be baffled. Oh, I forgot. Oops.
Not expecting that direction. No, was not expecting, just a random, hey, can I ask a question in the crowd?
All right, welcome back for our final game of day 13 of BHCL. I am Demoni, I'm joined by Luke, and we're here in Paris for our final game, the Nebraska Popcorn, taking them on at home. Luke, what do you think this game is going to bring?
You know, I really need the Nebraska Popcorn to lose here. So I am not going to give any opinions. I just know that I want the Popcorn to lose.
Yeah, as a marshmallow.
Wait, where's our doggy?
It's definitely preferably.
Oh, thank God.
Preferable. Some mini heart attack there for Luke. He's really going to be cheering on the Pigeons tonight. I myself am a Popcorn believer. I think they have their full team back. And, you know, last time they won 1-0 against the Pigeons. I think this time's going to be different. Or, no, the Pigeons won 1-0 against the Popcorn. I think this time could be different, barring another great performance for Ploods. All right, face-off underway. Farabee out to little Ghostyferret. He passes back. Farabee receives it somehow. Unable to get the shot away. But ohLuvv was caught sleeping on that defense. ohDoggy here. In the corner with it. ohDoggy pulling it back. Getting the shot away. Spooky Mount gloves it down. He'll play it to the corner. Little Ghostyferret taking it away. Past ohLuvv, who will ping it to the corner. ohLuvv getting it around his own net. Looking to get it to the boards for ohDoggy. That's unsuccessful. Tries the middle. Also unsuccessful. Farabee steals. Trying to get around ohLuvv. He can't do so. I almost said ohLuvv instinctively, but clearly he is not here.
Yes,
as we said on our
ohLuvv is
previous
not
stream.
here.
Yeah, as we said on our previous stream, he is out with a freak injury, suffered in a train accident on the team train. So very unfortunate. Keep ohLuvv in your blocky prayers tonight.
I didn't know Bones could bend that way.
Oh yeah, no, the footage was crazy. That was a gruesome watch.
It was HD.
Anyways, I don't know how they had found a high quality camera enough. The logistics of it are insane.
Anyway, back to the actual game at hand. How to play now.
Yeah. Luke, as a biased Pigeons enjoyer, what are you hoping to see?
I'm not a Pigeons enjoyer. Don't slander me like that. I just need the Popcorn to lose. I'm actually like kind of impressed with how Farabee and Jaden are playing right now, which is kind of scares me.
Yeah, I honestly think Farabee and Jaden are a bit underrated as a line. Here's Brandon getting away from Transports. His shot is gloved down by Ploods. He plays it out to Transports behind his own net. Transports coming away with it on the boards. He'll whiff. Brandon steals. Brandon pulling it back on Transports. Trying to get around Caspit. He hits the post with the shot. Transports inching to get off the ice. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Very funny sequence of events there. Brandon getting it away from Transports. His shot right into the pads of Ploods. Brandon's already been able to take a few P3s here. Paris not doing a great job of shutting him down. Caspit tries one. Spooky Mount easily able to save that one. Light work for him, as Spooky Mount has been absolutely lights out since his first two subpar games on the Popcorn. Here's Newbly Bridge behind the net. Newbly Bridge out for Farabee. Farabee up the ice now. Trying to get past ohLuvv. He can't. ohLuvv will leave it for ohDoggy, who his shot dies in the pads of Jaden. Jaden cutting her out of the corner. That shot is blocked down by ohLuvv. ohDoggy now trying to go up the boards. Can't get past Jaden. Jaden coming away with it. His shot saved by Ploods. It's out to ohDoggy. He'll have an opportunity now. ohDoggy's shot shouldered away by Spooky Mount. It's been a goalie duel for a little bit. ohDoggy will have another chance. Swatted away by Farabee before he can get the shot away. He'll try a cheeky P3 shot from the boards. That doesn't work. Farabee getting away from TigerLuvv, but I believe ohLuvv was able to swat that one from behind. Great defense there by the Paris Pigeons superstar. A minute left as TigerLuvv is in the corner with it. Advances it out to ohLuvv on the near boards. ohLuvv shoots. Saved by Farabee. Excellent stick work there to deny the shot. TigerLuvv breaking back in. Farabee, quick pass out to Jaden. He was expecting Farabee to be on his wing, but unfortunately nobody there. Brandon defending against TigerLuvv now. Brandon getting out of the corner. Newblybridge on now. Brandon's pass out to Newblybridge is successful, but ohLuvv playing good defense there, making sure that Newblybridge doesn't get any chances from the boards. ohLuvv hitting it out now. Brandon defending against him. ohLuvv will change. Brandon pass transports, has the P3, saved by Ploods. Transports trying to clear. Caspit comes in to help. He's still forced back into his own zone. Brandon retreating as Caspit was forced to ping that one down the boards. Interesting sequence there. I'm not sure if Newblybridge was lagging or not, but here's Brandon taking a sharp angle P3. That hits the outside of the post, and that will do it for period 1. Still 0-0. Paris leading the shot clock 5-4. A lot closer than you'd expect, don't you think, Luke?
Yeah, I don't know what has been going on this game, but it has really not been good if you're a Marshmallow fan, because we're seeing a lot of great shots from the Nebraska Popcorn and some really weird plays from the second line of the Paris Pigeons. It almost looks like they are like throwing. They're like just trolling right now, just standing in their own zone, not moving the puck up the ice. Just like I said, a really weird plays all around from the Paris Pigeons. You would hope that they would take advantage of the Nebraska Popcorn's roster. Even if they're down ohLuvv, they should still be able to just really rally together and light up Spooky Mount. But right now, the shots are even. And I think that this is the closest shot differential the Nebraska Popcorn has had possibly all season.
Well, I mean, they outshot the Pigeons in... Or no, they didn't. They outshot somebody. I can't remember who, but I remember one of the games I was casting, the Nebraska Popcorn did outshoot their opponent and still lose. So that's unfortunate. But, you know, you are correct. As a massive Pigeons fan yourself, this is not what you want to see. But I'm going to take it in between the benches with Vasilevsky. I'm curious to hear his thoughts on the game.
Yeah, thank you for bringing the camera down here. We've got a very intense game going on. It started off fairly even in the top lines. Griffin got a nice early chance on Ploods. Unfortunately whiffed. Farabee and Jaden have been playing very well to start this game. Obviously, they have quite a tough matchup. ohLuvv is, he's quite the unit himself. Sometimes he doesn't even need a line mate. Although I think what's gonna be the difference maker for this game, I think it's gonna be Brandon. Brandon has had a lot of good chances so far, and to be honest, it scares me if you're a Paris Pigeons fan, because they've looked kind of mid. That second line, I brought it up last game. They've looked kind of mid, but it's really starting to prove itself.
I don't think there's many Paris Pigeons fans out there, so probably not a lot of people upset. But Malibu right now is in shambles.
Well, I mean, if the Pigeons have 1,000 fans, Luke is one of them. What? If they have 100 fans, Luke is one of them. If they have one fan, that's Luke. I mean, and if they have none, then Luke has perished. So definitely sad scenes here for Luke as he's hoping the Pigeons could pull it out here. Here's little Ghostyferret winning it off the draw to start this second period. Farabee along the boards. Stolen by TigerLuvv. He has an opportunity, but he's still pinned to the boards. Farabee getting it out. TigerLuvv swatting his chance. Dangerous play there in front of the net, but Spooky Mount able to find the puck and ping it out of his own crease.
ohLuvv going for a special right now.
I didn't quite catch that. What did you say?
He's going for a special right now, trying to bring it in the corner and then P3 it out.
Yeah, R-Doggy, he has shown that in a lot, almost every single one of his previous games. He will bring it out of the corner along the boards and just hit him with a surprise P3 from the angle. And it's worked. I believe it's worked against the Popcorn in their previous game. So we will see if he can score one of those cheeky goals tonight as Farabee tries to free it from the corner. R-Doggy taking it around the net. Getting past Farabee. R-Doggy past Jamie. He's behind the net. R-Doggy getting it through Jaden. Farabee able to swat that one away though. R-Doggy was almost steamrolling down the ice, but unable to get the shot away. Here's Jaden taking it up the ice, getting around R-Doggy. Jaden, he's in, saved by Pludds. Excellent positioning there from Pludds to deny that shot as R-Doggy takes a P3. That's wide. Grundlin and Newblybridge on the ice for the Popcorn. We'll see full changes here as Caspit and Transports take the ice for Paris. Newblybridge dumps one in. Transports tries to get one up for Caspit. He's able to get it through. Caspit trying to come away with it in the corner. Getting it out. I don't believe this Pigeons second line has scored. It's been a while. We can just say that.
The second line was what won them the game in the Marshmallows game. I know that.
That is true, but ever since that game, the Pigeons just really have not gotten the scoring from the second line. What do you think they have to do to fix that, Luke?
I mean, they're just not offensive players on this line. I mean, Caspit known for being a defensive forward his entire career, never being a great goal scorer, even when he was on the Huskies. And Transports obviously is known for just getting the puck up the ice to his line mate. I mean, there's not a lot of scoring potential here at all.
Caspit did have a solid chance there driving the net, but obviously unable to finish. As the Pigeons are looking for their first here. Offensive zone faceoff. We'll see if they can drop a play here. Farabee able to win it back, prevent any chance for the Pigeons. He's in the corner with it. Farabee getting it out of the zone. Transports with it. Can't get it past Farabee. 2-on-1 developing, but Jaden was not there for the pass, and Caspit swats it away. Farabee and Jaden on for the Popcorn. R-Doggy will change on, and he'll have his first line mate, Tiger Lover, on with him. R-Doggy working it around the net, tries to get the shot away. Lands in the pads of Spooky Mount. R-Doggy again, driving the middle, walking the whole team, unable to get the shot away. Here's R-Doggy still with it. A possession monster here. He's forced back into his own zone. Little Ghostyferret swatting that one away from him. R-Doggy hitting it down the boards. Farabee pinging it to the middle. Unsuccessful as Tiger Lover takes that chance. But Little Ghostyferret is able to find the puck and clear it. A minute left to go. Still scoreless here in the second period as R-Doggy steamrolls past Jaden. R-Doggy, an absolute machine, was stopped by Brandon, who will get a pass up for Newblybridge. Newblybridge defended by Tiger Lover well. Brunland's pass unsuccessful as R-Doggy forces him into the corner. R-Doggy, great forecheck there. He's along the boards with it. R-Doggy hit on the boards, and that'll be a penalty on Nebraska. Tiger Lover gathering steam, and Spooky Mount will hit the puck and trigger the delayed penalty.
Yeah, that's pretty big for the Paris Pigeons. This has been a very, very quiet period from both teams. I believe only one shot in total, as I think that it was 5-4 for the Paris Pigeons before this period. So you're kind of hoping that they wake up and do something here. I think everyone in the world is hoping that they wake up and do something here.
I don't know. I'm a Popcorn fan here.
No. Where's the second player? There we go.
Face off underway. ohLuvv and transports on this power play. ohLuvv able to get a quick chance, but Farabee denies him in the slot. ohLuvv out for transports. His shot's off the post. Spooky Mount got a stick on that one. Farabee in the corner. Killing time. Getting it out of the zone. Caspit entering the zone. Farabee getting it away from transports. Farabee getting around. He'll successfully kill the penalty. Caspit's pass unsuccessful. 3 seconds to go. Farabee's shot. Not enough steam. And that will conclude the period. Still scoreless as Nebraska registers 2 and the Pigeons registered no shots that period. What are your thoughts, Luke?
They're not good. They're not good. I mean, you question things looking back there. Why did they take ohLuvv off the ice on the power play? I realize that his stamina was probably fairly low, but you know, you got to take your chances. You got to get your goal scorers out there to score goals, especially with opportunities like that. Spooky Mount has had some great saves. He's looking like the goalie that he is known to be at times. But all in all, the Paris Pigeons just really, really not playing well as a unit right now. You know, they didn't necessarily play bad against Ohio Otters, but I thought they looked so much better than they do right now. Maybe it's a doubleheader curse. Maybe something along those lines. Not really sure, but like I said, you would just really hope that the Paris Pigeons would be playing just slightly better than they are right now. Maybe a lot better than they are right now.
Yeah, the Otters were able to reset their mental and pull out the win against the Pigeons after their loss to the Bagels earlier today. But the Pigeons struggling to replicate that as they're facing an arguably weaker team than the Otters did off of their back-to-back, and they're unable to convert on anything, it seems. Vasilevsky, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this between the benches. Take it away.
Yeah, right now I think it's just like I said earlier, I think it's just a matchup of these second lines. Obviously, Brumlin and Newbley Bridge looked better this period. Legacy PK there from Farabee to drain the clock, but I'm less looking at the PK. I'm more looking at the power play. That I mean, there wasn't much power in that power play.
If we could bring the camera back to the broadcast view, the popcorn seemed to be playing sharks and minnows on the ice with Brandon being the shark.
They are playing sharks and minnows currently, and I think it just goes to show the team culture that they're starting to build back up.
Huddled up with the popcorn. Why?
They're not what you want to see. Ludwig, come get your guys here. They're playing for the wrong team.
Fun fact. I don't think this is happening anymore. I'll say it again on stream on Friday. I think I played that day, so I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that game. But I'll say it now. Is an idea we had for the Winter Classic jerseys for the Paris Pigeons was just to give them the ref uniforms with the Paris Pigeons logo slapped on it, because that's just been the running theme all season.
I think that's what it should have been, honestly. But ultimately, Pigeons Winter Classic jerseys. We'll see them on Friday. They're pretty sick, along with the Earthquakes ones. But the third period is underway. Still scoreless. It almost seems like the next goal wins as Farabee steams down the ice. Farabee's in. Saved by Pluds. He'll drop it behind the net. Plays it out for ohLuvv. He's one-on-one with Jaden now. ohLuvv getting past him along the boards. Can't get a shot away as Jaden defends that well. Pretty unorthodox defense as Jaden kind of just let ohLuvv get by him, but on the back check is where he succeeded as Jaden breaks in, saved by Pluds. It's on the line. It's cleared out, no goal. Farabee will try, and he scores! A great sequence for the popcorn as Farabee gets them on the board, and the popcorn are in the lead.
Oh man, I was holding my breath that entire time. Jaden absolutely undressing ohLuvv at the blue line, getting a great opportunity. The puck's right on the goal line. Really not sure how he tucked that in, as everyone just kind of lost sight of what they were doing for a second. Pludd's able to clear it out, but sadly his clearance goes right to Farabee, both of the Paris Pigeons players down low, and that gives him an easy opportunity on a screened Pludds to tuck one in, making it 1-0 for the Nebraska Popcorn.
All right, well, here's Jaden taking it off the faceoff. ohLuvv getting it past him. ohLuvv really should be outperforming this line, but obviously a great shot from Farabee to put the popcorn up. He'll get a pass out to Jaden. His shot gloved down by Pludds. They almost had two. Tiger Lover out to the middle. The Pigeons have just under 4 minutes to do something here. They are capable. We'll see if they can do it. Farabee getting past Tiger Lover. Tiger Lover winning it forward. Big hit on the boards. No call. Tiger Lover able to get past Brundlin. Into the corner with it. Brundlin coming away. Out to Newbley Bridge. It's one-on-one with Transports. Caspit changing on now for the Pigeons. Both second lines have fully changed on. Transports steaming down the ice. No chance for him there. Or no chance ports, you could say.
That's rough.
Here's Caspit. Into the offensive zone. It's back out for Transports. Here's Newbley Bridge. Along the boards for Brandon. Brandon one-on-one with Caspit. These two have history, Brundlin and Caspit. They previously took a 1v1 as Pludds gloves down a shot from center ice by Brandon, and it's out for Caspit, a 2-on-1. Caspit for Transports. He'll whiff on the one-timer. Newbley Bridge with it now. Swatted away by Caspit. As I was saying, Caspit and Brundlin had a very famous 1v1 back in the old days of Blockey Hockey, where Caspit narrowly won it 13-12. Here's Jaden getting around Transports. His shot is good. Love from Nebraska. It's 2-0.
Fun fact, Jaden right now leading to both of those goals. Actually, you know what? I'm going to refrain from what I was going to say. Insider sources. I shouldn't talk about those things. But Jaden really leading the charge against this this Pigeons team. Looks like we might have had a little bit of a line change mishap there. No, never mind. That was not the case. As Transports just got undressed by Jaden, this defensive team that is supposed to be pure defense, giving up double the shots to the Popcorn, just looking absolutely lost right now.
And the Pigeons really not playing to their strengths here. Arguably playing better against the Otters. It just seems like their mental is boomed going into this one.
Yeah,
especially Pludds doing what he can, but not really having a chance to carry this Pigeons team. Luke, what were you gonna say?
Just yeah, like gonna reiterate what you said. That's the second shot on goal that the Pigeons have gotten in almost 2 periods of play.
All right, well, Ghostyferret out for Farabee. By the way, earlier today, my Ohio Otters, the first team to clinch playoffs, as Jaden gets a P3 off, and he has his second. What a goal from Jaden, and it's 3-0.
Second team to clinch playoffs.
The
The Blizzard clinched before the Otters did.
The Blizzard, yeah. Well, I said the second team, didn't I?
You said the first.
Oh yeah, the Otters, the second team to clinch the BHCL playoffs, as they have eclipsed 16 points, the threshold for this. The threshold for making playoffs. But the Popcorn, I believe they will be in a playoff spot if they do win this game, which is looking increasingly likely, as the Pigeons are just falling apart in this third period.
I would like to note they made a substitution on their goalie. It looks like their goalie is left maybe a little bit frustrated, but we don't see him anywhere on the bench.
Here's ohLuvv, his shot. Swatted away by Spooky Mount. Brundlin getting away from him. Brundlin, they have... It looks like Tiger Lover 06 in net. Marvin Harrison Jr. making his debut for the Pigeons.
think it's safe to say that the Paris Pigeons may have given up on this game.
Yeah, it's definitely tough scenes if you're a Pigeons super fan like Luke. You really just don't want to see this performance from your team.
Oh.
Your Pookie Bear R-Doggy getting beat by Brandon here. But that's saved by Tiger Lover. He's perfect on the night.
You know, I will say, as a Paris Pigeon fan, you don't want to see your star goalie quitting the game. You know, mid game.
There's 3 people on the ice.
Wait.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean,
anyways,
this is
as I was
fraudulent performance from the Pigeons.
As I was saying,
ohLuvv.
You know, you got to feel for the goalie there on Paris, but I don't think leaving the game was the right decision. You know, as you got to be the guy to will your team into, you know, bringing them back for the future, and obviously missing your team owner is not going to help. But you know, it's tough scenes in Paris right now. But the Nebraska popcorn. Let's talk about the Nebraska popcorn. Farabee, Lil Ghostyferret have all put up amazing numbers today. Luke, your thoughts on the Nebraska popcorn play?
I'm glad that a team is playing well. I'm glad to see that they're doing good. Kind of an underdog story.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is quite possibly the worst scenario for Luke right now.
And it looks like the fans are getting a little restless right now for the Paris Pigeons. Not really sure what's going on here.
Yeah, they seem to be leaving the building. As here's Lil Ghostyferret giving him the shimmy shake, and that's dirty. The stare down and the hat trick for Lil Ghostyferret. It's 4-0 popcorn.
A little bit of a chant going on. Can't really make out what it's saying though. Looks like the crowd might be chanting to sell the team. I mean, it's a tough loss to the popcorn, but
oh, Ludwig's a buyer. He's never a seller.
Well, at this rate,
he's a businessman. He'll do what's right for his team.
Vandy 459 on the ice now.
Oh my God, Vandy.
Ooh.
Danielson and Vandy. R-Doggy, are they trying to ruin Spooky Mount's shutout here?
Is this just... This has to be just pure disrespect from the Nebraska popcorn side of things. I mean, you gotta love it to finish the game for the 2 kids, getting their ice time. But wow. I think there's a bit of BM going on in Nebraska popcorn. You know, fair enough to them. They played a well-suited game, and they deserved this win, plain and simple. Yeah, and we also did receive words that Floods went steaming down the locker room and changed out of his gear immediately. He is no longer in the arena. He's waiting on the team bus to go back.
The team train.
Believe this.
Team train.
But yeah, unbelievable performance from the popcorn. Just absolutely coming out and beating a massive upset for the popcorn. Just beating a great team in the Pigeons, who you know, may have proved themselves as frauds tonight, but I digress.
Yeah, they love to teeter that line.
Yeah, any final thoughts from either of you guys? We'll start with Luke. To end this stream.
I don't know. I really don't have any words. You know, this game was certainly probably one of the better games for the Nebraska Popcorn, but I just think the Paris Pigeons looked awful. I don't know what happened to them.
I agree with you 100%.
They looked fine against the Otters, but
that's my thoughts.
And
we'll see.
let me
we
do
have
the
a Brandon interview. Maybe.
Let me do the standings before we get to the interview, so we can
standings.
The standings. Who did they just? Okay.
Word is that a new popcorn edit will be coming soon, via the owner or the team manager Brandon. So we will see.
Just about
we'll probably
to
see that all over our Twitter feed. If you use the hashtag BHCL.
Currently about to organize the standings, and here we are. The Malibu Marshmallow have shifted to the last place position.
Oof.
And the Nebraska Popcorn are currently out of the playoffs due to technicalities on the Earthquakes side of things.
All right. Well, the Popcorn are going to do everything to fight for this final spot. They have one game left. I'm not sure who it's against. Let me check really quick.
It's against the Malibu.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That has serious playoff implications.
Wait, they have 2 games left. One of them is against the Bagels on March 13th, and the Saturday, March 16th, the Malibu Marshmallows play the Nebraska Popcorn and the Los Angeles Earthquakes, and the Otters play the Blue Ridge Blizzard. We're shaping up to have an incredible stretch to end the regular season. We'll get Brandon up here for a quick interview before we, or actually no, he left. He's not here. So I guess that'll do it for tonight's stream. I have been Demoni, joining you as the host. Alafresco was here earlier, hosting and casting. Luke has been my cameraman and color commentator. I was joined by Vasilevsky and Konechny between the benches earlier. Vasilevsky and Konechny also reffing both games. And that'll be it for BHCL Day 13. We'll catch you on Friday for the other Winter Classic, the Paris Pigeons taking on the Los Angeles Earthquakes. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you on Friday. Thank you all for watching, and good night.